A few weeks ago, I came up with some ideas to embrace more discomfort in my daily life. Why should I do that? Because I want to grow more as a person, and being in being in uncomfortable situations allows you to do just that. So I come up with some ideas. These are made specifically for me, but I hope they can help you. And yeah, so okay. Number one, changing your environment. So changing this position on the furniture in your room, or if you live alone in your house, even if you already do that. So it maybe you just move, I don't know, your bed, like I did. I just moved my bed. My bed was here, basically, and I just moved completely the furniture. But if you already done that, do it again. Why not? And change your physical appearance, even if you already do it. For example, I cut my hair, cut your beard, go to the gym, train, do something. Then change your routine. So try to move around the most important elements, make some mistakes, become better at it, and etc. etc. Change what you eat, so your diet. If you have the perfect diet, try something different, try cooking different things or cooking things differently. And if you don't have the perfect diet, it's time to change. Then carry on habits that force you to change places often. So a good example would be going to the gym. Then stand more often. Just stand on your feet. This will allow you to, if you're a guy, it will allow you to produce more testosterone, but also to not be lazy. Get out of house more often. This is a no-brainer. It's the simple of one of the most given advices. So it's simple as that. And visit towns near yours. Again, I do this often when I go on runs. I go to nearby towns to visit them or to explore. Form of adventure. Go with friends to other cities or adventures, who knows where. Again, it's a sense of adventure and exploring, which is something that us humans as really want to satisfy. That's why some of us scroll all day on our phones, because we are curious. We are really curious. Then again, go to university or find a job. This was for me because I'm in the age where I have to choose between going to university or finding a job. I chose the job, so I found a job. But if you want to go to university, just do that. Number two, be more honest and sincere with the people you love, but also the people you don't love. Send messages, text, voice messages, letters, postcards, photographs, videos, everything you want about to the people you care about, or the people you don't really like. Maybe you hate them, maybe you dislike them, you like them in a romantic way, or maybe you're just interested but you drifted apart. Just be honest with the people in your life. That's it. But number three, Operation Yes Man. This was something that came to my mind after watching the Jim Carrey movie. I don't know if you heard it. It's basically Yes Man. It's about him, which basically say yes to people all the time. A bad summary, but that is basically it. And I found it really interesting, so I try to do this more often in my life. If an opportunity comes up to do something interesting, or something new, which could be uncomfortable at first, I usually say yes if they offer me, for example. But there is a limit. If they offer, for example, drugs, alcohol, or something which could harm my health, I can't really refuse because I'm not stupid. Say yes of more often helps you get into more experiences, but you have to be aware of what type of experiences they could lead to. Yeah. Number 4, approaching strangers. This is again something which gets said very often. So approach strangers, go up to them, talk to them, compliment them. Saying that not only because of course, but also men, whatever type of people you want to approach, just approach them. Don't have any thoughts in your mind, and give. I also found this advice. So give them a problem to solve and solve it together, like a silly problem. No, you don't have to go with a math test and tell them solve it. Just a stupid problem, or sometimes you don't have to do that. Ask questions, show some interest. Don't put your hands in your pockets. You have to be very aware of your body language because you want to show interest if you're really interested. Otherwise, cut off the conversation and just go away. Just start the conversation. And if you're interested, go on. And that was it. Now, there were other examples, more like ideas, I got from a YouTube video, which I linked in the description, and it's by a YouTuber I particularly enjoy. Again, it's about the power of discomfort and being uncomfortable in our lives. And he basically complete what I said. These were examples for myself, for my life. He gave advice for every people's life. For example, being in silence for long periods of times. So cutting out all the noises from our mind, from our life, or being bored, because if you don't know, boredom is one of the most powerful tools we have in our arsenal. So being bored allows us to come up with ideas to become better, or to just solve problems in a better way. So being bored is basically like a superpower. It allows us to be better in general. Being silenced. Fasting, again, this is more on the health field, so I don't really touch that, especially since I'm not an expert, but doesn't matter. Memento mori, so remembering that you will die one day. This is something really interesting, especially because a lot of people forget that they will die one day, and probably they will be alone. Probably not. Who knows? God only. And lastly, we had the misogi, which is basically an ancient Japanese practice, which is basically doing something which seems basically impossible on all fronts, and doing it like twice a month, and you have to fail most of the time to get accustomed to failure. That is basically it. I just wanted to add this little section at the end because I think, I didn't fail. They didn't feel like mine. So I just want to put these things at the end. So yeah, if you want to know more about these last things, there is a video in the description which he explains much better than I did. And yeah, that's it. Bye.